Welcome to Hello
Africa.
Yeah, we are here today with another edition of Hello
Africa.
Yeah, so today we have a special guest. He's an artist from Nigeria. He's been working here with TV station and he's been in Brazil for a very long time. So today he's here with me to talk about VDM. You know, in Nigeria, when you talk about youths, everybody is busy. Why the politicians are busy to frauding the public money, you know.
Yeah, sorry, Chido, you know, there is one thing I want people to really know. These days, when you talk about the youth of Nigeria without mentioning VDM, it's like you're not saying anything, because we are now seeing him as the idol for the youth, the hope for the youth. So I don't want people to like feel, why is it VDM you want to talk about? The truth of the whole thing is that when you talk about government youth in Nigeria today, his name must be mentioned.
But why do you think his name must be mentioned?
Because VDM have put himself in that place to be reckoned with. You see the kind of crowd he controls, and he has showed that transparency in him. So this is why now just imagine a country where the people believe more in a man than the government. What do you think?
So do you think that VDM is the voice of youth today?
Whether you like it or not, VDM is not just only a voice, it's now a movement. Don't see that man as just one anymore. He's a movement. That's what I want the world to understand, not just Nigeria.
But Hase, can you tell me, why do you think that some people are using his arrest to do a joke while he's there? He's the one that speak the truth about what the government need to do.
Now, let me
for the masses.
Let me tell you one thing. Even Jesus Christ could not satisfy the world. The same people he did miracles in it, they are present. They are still the same one that said, nail him. You understand? So it's just like that. It's not if you come out to fight, you fight corruption, what will happen? Corruption will fight you back. That's exactly what's happening with VDM. And to be very frank with you, even the people fighting him, they love him. They know he's standing for the truth. Up to the EFCC.
Okay. Hase, let me ask you something. Hase, do you think that VDM is a threat to Nigerian politicians?
Of course, yes. VDM is a very big threat to Nigerian politicians. Like I just mentioned right now, the people have no confidence. That is, they have no trust in the government anymore. You understand? Instead of you to report a case to the police this day, where do you go to? You go to VDM, because you will get results. But when you go to the police, what will happen? Your case might be trashed. So people are trusting on VDM than even the government. Sorry, you didn't ask this question, but I want to spread it. I want to elaborate on it a little. Do you know that the arrest on VDM actually paid him more than the trying to silence his voice? You know, the arrest of VDM now showed to the world. I'm saying the world because right now other countries have interest in VDM. If you go will you believe during the protest, people came from Cameroon, people came from Kenya. There was a Burkina Faso man there, but I don't know why the
China
media,
too.
Yeah, the China man made his own
from UK too.
From UK, US, everywhere. So VDM is now like a very big voice to reckon with. And the government have been trying to see how they can silence this voice. And they now discover that it's not just about VDM anymore. It's about justice. It's about transparency. And this is what the EFCC have kind of proved to the world VDM is.
Yeah, you said something about you said that the politicians have tried to silence him. The government has tried to silence him. But Hase, like what you said now, do you think his arrest is related to politicians? I mean, what's happened? I mean, what he said about the son of our president.
Bruce Body.
And after that thing, do you remember that after VDM speak about that case, I think after 2 days or 3 days, they arrest him. Do you think his arrest is involved in this?
To be very frank with you, allegedly, as many people are saying, it's just a way to silence his voice, not to talk about that incident, because the voice of VDM carries weight. If you see, after he came out, he's not saying anything about this. Many people believe EFCC actually arrested VDM. I will tell you one secret. I'll tell you what I noticed about the arrest of VDM. It's not EFCC that arrested VDM. No. It was DSS. DSS arrested VDM. The EFCC were not prepared to arrest VDM. They were in their office and we are bringing VDM to your office, cook up a case on him. EFCC, they know very well that VDM is a clean guy because VDM has been on their neck all this while. They have been trying to look for things to nail VDM down. They have been trying to get allegations to put him on, to cage him up. But, sorry, they couldn't find any. And now the DSS took him and brought to EFCC. EFCC first of all said, what was the case? The case, they said it's
money laundering.
No, before money laundering, they first of all told us that it's cyberbullying, cyber stalking and stuff like that. All of a sudden, they are the one that came out with that news that they have multiple petition against him on cyberbullying. And now, where are the petitionists? When it came to that, there was nobody. Nobody came out to say, yes, I petitioned VDM. So, what will the EFCC do? They go back there and said, fake news. So the EFCC, they didn't know what to do. They have to, because when he was arrested by the DSS, before they handed him over to the EFCC, they already took his phone, tried to look for implicating things, something to nail him down. Yeah, they found nothing on this guy. This guy is so transparent. That's why I said in the beginning, the SEC just succeeded in making VDM more transparent to the public. They made the Nigerians have more hope and faith in VDM. They now see him as that, the next thing that can turn Nigeria around. And I believe so too.
But do you remember that the chairman of EFCC said something yesterday when they're asking him on news, national news, what bring the arrest of VDM, and up till now they have not prepared any case against him. So Hasi, can you tell me, before arresting somebody, did you just go and arrest somebody and later release the person and start preparing the case against
I know
the
I know where you're going to. I know exactly what you're talking about. See, Nigeria is the only country you will see that a man can be arrested before you now start looking for his offense. Can you just beat this? Do you know yesterday one woman came up to say VDM copied her
project?
Yeah. VDM stole her intellectual. Man, when I listened to the whole story, I just laughed and asked myself, EFCC, you don't have any job for yourself anymore? You don't have any job to be listening to this kind of story, because that allegation has no. What are, if they take that matter to court, what are they going to present? That was my first question. It's like like Ube, for example. Ube is the first that started this app taxis before you start having others. So the main person that had that idea now will say, because I have this idea, nobody else should do it. Not to talk of this woman doesn't even have an idea, and EFCC welcomed this kind of thing. That shows that EFCC doesn't even know what to even nail VDM with, because it's not even within their jurisdiction to even prosecute anybody for such act. I'm not a lawyer, but I know EFCC is not for that. It was not created to handle issues like that.
What do you think so? Because even they according to the VDM, they said that one of the offense they are presenting is money laundering. So EFCC is working about money laundering, corruption, and others.
They found nothing on money laundering. That's why VDM is telling them, bring it on. Bring it on. You must prove. And I'm ready to drag you. That's what VDM told them. Bro, like I just told you before, allegedly, the major reason VDM was arrested is to silence his voice on that issue of Seyi Tinubu, that alleged, kidnapping, and mishandling the NANS president. That is the major reason VDM was arrested, to just silence that voice, so that story will not go far. So that, any case VDM bans on goes international. Any case VDM bans on, people bounce on it. So the first thing you will do is to silence that voice that people we definitely stand up and support. And this is exactly what they do. Now, DSS, sorry for stopping you. DSS went to arrest him. The DSS that went to arrest him they have not presented any case before him. EFCC, of course, it's obvious. They have nothing on him. They are still trying to cook up a story that they still don't know how to cook up. The police have not come up to say anything, any allegation against him. And the news was that it was a joint task force that arrested VDM, which is police, DSS, and EFCC. And these three arms till now have not come up with any
offense,
any allegation, nothing.
Yeah, but as you said about Seyi Tinubu,
yeah,
you understand, the president of National Association of Youths, NANS, come out on national TV, accuse the son of president, Nigerian current president, and up till now that guy is still behind the bar.
Now,
and he came out on national TV. And VDMs come out to voice out
that pain
before he was arrested. Okay, now, after coming out, since then, we have not had anything from VDM about this case.
That's why I was saying.
Is it because they told him not to talk about this anymore?
I definitely. I've seen some video talking about that and saying this is the major reason that VDM was arrested, and I believe it too. Why? Because when VDM came out, after he came out, you see, he never revisited that topic, and I believe that's one of the major reasons why he was arrested. Men, stay off this case. You can say whatever the fuck you like about this particular case. I'm sorry for using foul language. So just keep quiet. Stay far from this case. This should be one of the so-called negotiation they had with him before they released him. You understand? And some people are like fighting GT Bank. But I'm sorry to bring GT Bank into this. My people, I would really like to use this opportunity to let people know that GT Bank has really offended so many people in the past. But on this very case, there's no way DSS will call the GT Bank. Before he left,
government will call you
and say,
we want
delay that man, and that they will not do it.
Yeah,
they have the right to arrest him
anywhere. Yeah,
you understand that? Anywhere they can arrest you, anywhere they can arrest you in any business property. This is just the fact. Leave GT Bank out of this. Honestly, I don't bank with them. I know nothing about them, but I'm just saying the exact way it is. Even VDM himself knows that if it takes GT Bank to court, he's not going to win. He's not going to. This is the truth of the whole thing. I just need to make that clear, because it was an instruction from above. As VDM said in his explanation, he says he was about leaving. A policeman stood in his front. We all know that policemen that guide the bank, they are just this mopo that stays outside. They don't stay inside. What does that mean to you? he got a call to delay him. So what do you want GT Bank to do? You understand? What do you want him to do? Nothing.
Nothing. You know, you're right.
Nothing.
You're right. But where I'm worried is this. This guy, the president of let me come back. NANS, come out on national TV and accuse our president's son. And up till now, not the EFCC, DSS, police has investigated to know exactly whether this guy is saying the truth or not.
Do you know, as we speak now, I heard that the guy is still in the hospital under the DSS. Before he went to the hospital, or when he was in the hospital, he released a statement via Facebook that he lied against the government. And he lied against, Seyi Tinubu, that he lied. Everything he said was just lies.
But how can you come out on national TV
and
accuse?
Now he's saying he lied. Seyi Tinubu is not coming out to say nothing about it. He's not even coming out to defend himself or to say, oh, why would this guy defend me? And he has not said anything about this. And this kind of make people, could this be true? Could this be true? Why is he not defending himself? I feel so too. I might be wrong, but we have a reason to think this lane, Jagaban, our president, he's a very, very intelligent man. He know how to run politics, but he never ran his politics with violence. If Seyi Tinubu is taking this route, I don't know how far he can go. I really don't know.
That is, if it's true, then...
That is if it's true.
If it's true.
Because there's no proof. He has not said anything. The police is not investigating anything. The guy is still allegedly in DSS custody in the hospital. Why is he still in DSS custody? If he has apologized or something like that, the secretary of NANS came up with that news. Me, I'm not a political person. I don't like politics. You understand? But I saw I've been seeing what is going on in Nigeria, and me, I want a better Nigeria, so that at the end of the day, you, Chido, me, Hase, we can go to Nigeria with our children and be proud. Look at, even though I have all the money right now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm afraid to go to Nigeria, not to be kidnapped. My friend Pascal went to Nigeria for his father's burial
and was kidnapped.
He was kidnapped. They have to pay 50 million before he was released. Somebody that went for his father's burial. So why will I now risk taking my whole family? Will you do that? As it is now, will you? So this is the reason I'm asking. And I also want to lay my voice on this so-called struggle for democracy in Nigeria. We already have democracy, but you know what I mean by that. It's not really working as democracy. We're a democratically elected state that the police can have time. These police, they have time to sit down on TikTok, on X and social media to start reading comments of people and trace them to arrest them because of comments.
But they can't go and arrest
Boko Haram
and even the kidnappers.
Those ones display their money. They display the wealth they get from those people, from the people on TikTok. But these police are not doing anything. They cannot trace them.
What do you think the problem of Nigeria in time of insecurity? Do you think that Nigeria, like me, let me tell you my own opinion, because when you see, we watch on social media, not only on social media, if you go to Nigeria now, if you want to get 20 policemen as your own security,
your money counts.
Your money counts. You can get, imagine how many millions of people using police as security, private security, and these guys, they are not government officials. They are ordinary people, ordinary citizens
that just made some money,
and go and take security.
Yeah.
Why the police supposed to be, working for the citizens? Now you can pay and get.
We are in a corrupt system. We are in a rotten.
What do you think
system.
Government will do to stop this?
Now, to tell you the truth, government is not going to do anything. It's we that need to do something now.
How?
This is why we have to put our voices together. Don't think, oh, are they abroad? Waiting they happen for Nigeria not concern me. Man, let it be your business. Let everybody speak up. There's this guy they call Peter for Nigeria. He came up with a very beautiful idea, which is the first step in resolving the problem of Nigeria. INEC need to be reformed.
Is it the INEC that bring insecurity in Nigeria?
It's not the INEC that bring insecurity in Nigeria, but when we have the right people there, the right people, we do the necessary things to control insecurity in Nigeria. It's so obvious that it's not the right people that are there. That's why they don't care whether we have insecurity or not.
So how do you think that INEC will be reformed?
Okay, now, according to Peter, we have to all speak. The youth have to all speak with one voice that INEC should be reformed so that our vote will count. Because now, see the last announcement about INEC, that we are, voters card. Things that have been done in the 70s. Instead of us to be moving forward, we are moving backward. That is the real first step. You understand? Okay, fine. Why is Peter talking very strongly on that matter? Because if you put the right people there and our vote counts, the right people will be in the offices, the right things will be done. Our judiciary, it don't decay. We don't get the judiciary where somebody like Nelson Wike, I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Nelson Wike, eh?
Yeah, where he has bought the whole judiciary. So do you really believe that when election is rang or ring or whatever, how do you say it? Me, it don't tell where I speak English, so the thing they come off my brain. So you really believe you go to court and have justice? Never. So once the INEC is reformed, and as you are voting, is counting, everybody is seeing the figure.
Like other countries.
These days, countries have developed to the extent that you are in your house, you pick your phone in election, boom, you put your finger, you vote. You are seeing
your vote.
Seeing your vote going up. This is the transparency Peter for Nigeria is calling for, and this is what we should support. Before we start talking about other places, I'm going to take long on this topic, please.
Okay,
now,
then.
Let's see it this way.
Okay.
Peter for Nigeria is calling for this. Let's just assume people like Oshowore, Peter Obi, VDM, and all these activists, they come together to really push this motion, and it works. Who will it favor? And why do you think they will never ever allow it to work? Because they want to remain there. That is the thing. So it's for us, the youth, now to actually hold the bull by the horn and say we want this, so that we have a nation to go back to.
But you're talking about the youths. Yeah, we all youths, right? But imagine in Nigeria, some youths are not even bothering about the future. If you give them any small money, they can change and support you, whether you steal or you don't steal. Nobody cares.
Hungry, they Nigeria. My brother, no face truth. hungry day Nigeria.
Then
How many tests do they receive every day to say, brother, my gas don't finish?
But
send me money.
Okay, what you go do now? You they talk about youths to come out. We buy hunger day, and any amount where you give
to
any,
the youth,
they will
to it.
That is it.
That is where we now have to make the youth understand that they don't need to sell their future. They don't have to sell their future. That peanut they give to you today will finish tomorrow, and you will still be in the same situation. So why sell your future? This is what we can preach to the youth. And Darkman is doing a very, very good job. Very, very good job in like educating the youth to be self-reliant and stuff like that. And there are so many other people there's one guy, Odalo. I think he's from Benin or something like this. He's talking strongly on this issue too. If everybody starts talking strongly and the voice comes together, they will sweep out these presidents. These are politicians. They will sweep them out seriously. I see that happening. I see a revolution in Nigeria that poll will not happen. There will be no death, no blood. Everything will work out peacefully if only the youth come together. They understand. They put their differences off their heart. Just put it aside. Forget the fact that I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian. Now the same price will they buy things on market. Forget the fact that I be Hausa, you be Yoruba, we cannot work together. Now the same market will they go, now the same fuel will they buy. Your price no go they cheaper because you be Yoruba or you be we all suffer the same thing. I just believe Nigerians is real time. This is the right time for us Nigerians to put our differences.
So Hasi, tell me something. After the fight with VDM and our lawyer activist, Femi Falana.
Baba.
I mean, what do you think that make Femi Falana come out to speak when VDM was in detention?
Femi Falana, I love you. I wish you would see this video. I love you with all my heart. You are a true man of the people, you understand? But let me tell you the way I see the whole thing. You know, when the saga between Bob Whiskey and VDM started involving the EFCC and all that, and Femi Falana sued VDM. To be very frank with you, what I sense from the whole thing is that Femi Falana never really want to do that case. He was really believing if he threatened VDM, we withdraw and stop talking about it. He already put himself out there that on sue VDM. He himself could not go back. You understand how a lawyer, Femi Falana, could not file a case? You yourself think that would tell you that he really didn't want to do this case. But now this happened. If you were him, what would you do? You jump on the wagon, man. You jump on the wagon to cancel that case once and for all. Because, man, nobody really knows the true story of that thing. If what he did is very intelligent, as far as I'm concerned, he's a very intelligent man, very vocal, sorry. What he did is very, very intelligent. He saw the opportunity, he jumped on it and used it to, squash the beef between him and VDM, and that was a very wise thing to do. I appreciate you, Femi, man.
No. I mean, he has the opportunity to close the case, right? Which means what VDM was saying about him and the Bob Whiskey.
I think, bro, right now, this is, you see, the arrest of VDM, this part of the reason why I believe DSS actually arrested VDM and sent to EFCC. Because DSS really believe, man, EFCC don't get opportunity to finish this guy. They don't say the guy, they think 10 steps ahead of everybody. When you day one, VDM, they 10. You understand? You see, immediately VDM, Falano stepped into that case. I was happy. Not that I was happy that VDM would be released because he has spoken, but that beef would be squashed. I don't care. I know what you want to say. You want to tell me, but we should know the truth. We don't care anymore. We don't want to know the truth. Forget about that truth. Let's move forward. Let Falano, as he has done this, let them just forget everything that has passed. Because even the EFCC, they don't want to address that case because they know they are dirty. You understand? They know their hands are not even clean on that issue. So as that one has happened like that, they have, threw everything away like that. Let that one be. The next thing I want to see, you know what? Do you know what?
No.
I want to see VDM and uniting with Falano.
To do what?
To fight this injustice in this country.
To fight for corruption.
Fight this corruption.
How can Femi fight corruption whereby his name has mentioned in one of VDM corrupt lawyer?
He who has no sin cast the first stone. He who has no sin cast the first stone. I'm not here to say Femi is not corrupt or corrupt. You understand? We don't have proof to all these things now. The government don't want this truth to go out there. Femi himself I don't believe he even wanted this case from the first day. What he tried to do was to threaten VDM. The EFCC, even the prison, nobody is talking about this case anymore. Because if you really want to talk about this case, you need Bobrisky.
But the guy is don't japa.
That's why I said let's forget about that. Let's face something, let's just face more important things now. You understand?
Yeah. Okay, guys, I don't know how Seyi don't want to go into deep about this case, maybe because he's a famous fan.
No, see, listen.
And he said that we should forget about whether it's true or not.
Because we don't have proof for anything. We don't have proof.
What proof do you want again? After the voice message that VDM bring out, after all the evidence, are you still looking for?
Listen. I'm not defending nobody here. Mm-hmm. But the truth of the whole thing is that VDM put out those voice messages and all those things there, which I personally believe all those things really happened. But for us to go further in this case, we will need Bobrisky to be there, to be present in the court. And where's Bobrisky? They have arranged, to send him out. The truth of the whole thing is that it's even VDM that's standing alone. Every other parties, all these parties, they know what is really there. But being as well, Bobrisky is not around. What do you want now? You still want that case to continue?
So okay. You want them to join together and start fighting this corruption. That's right.
See, now you know what has been happening in Nigeria. I'm not a political person, but the few things I know, I'm going to say. You see how some governors decamped from one party to go and join
another party,
the APC.
Okay.
That's the ruling party. You understand? They are trying to make Nigeria one party system. You understand? If all these activists can come together and speak in one voice, it's even good for all of them, all these corrupt politicians, to decamp to one place and let these other activists, VDM,
face them,
and now solidify one party. I don't care who lead, whether it's Showore or whether it's Peter, Obi, whoever, I don't care. But to be very frank with you, let's face the fact.